welcome to Love Conscious Family. And Melanie here, and today I'm going to talk about my first trimester, the first 3 months of being pregnant. I'm going to start from the beginning. I didn't know that I was pregnant before probably around like 6 or 7 weeks into my pregnancy. So a lady told me, probably when I was in the beginning of my pregnancy, when I was in work, she told me you're pregnant, and I didn't know the lady. She was a random lady, just came in, and I was like, no, I'm not. She was like, oh, you're so glowing. Then I didn't think about it anymore. I became pregnant in, I think it was in the middle of February, and in the end of March, in the beginning of April, I was sick. I had a cold, and I had fever, and yeah. And after that, I started to become like nauseous in the mornings, and I thought it was, oh, now I'm getting sick again, because it was just after I was sick or I had a cold. And then I thought, oh, probably I'm getting a cold again, oh no. But then it continued many days, and after like 4 or 5 days I was like nauseous, and it was really bad in the morning and during the days, and I was at work, and it was really hard. And then that Sunday I went to buy a pregnancy test and came home and was going to use it, or not use it, I was going to pee on the stick, and it didn't work. So I had to go back to the store and change it and then go back home, and I was then alone. So I did a test, and then I just flipped it around and I saw it was positive. And I didn't want to tell Tobias first in the beginning. We were first going to trip to Estonia, and I knew, but he didn't knew. And I was like, oh, I'm probably pregnant, because I said that before, even before that. So he was like, oh, how do you know? I was like, oh, I feel all the things that I'm like sick and I can't eat things, and yeah. But I didn't tell him before we came home from the trip. And then it was like, oh, maybe you should take a test. And I was like, I don't need to take a test. And he was like, yeah, it's good, then we know. And then I just took the test up, and yeah, and showed him, and he got really happy. Now I'm going to tell you how I felt during the first trimester, and this is not how everybody feels like. I'm just telling my story, how I felt, and yeah. So it's not maybe going to be the same for you or somebody else. I'm just telling my story and how I was feeling. So as I said, I didn't know the first 6-7 weeks that I was pregnant, because I was feeling like normal. I was not feeling any tiredness or anything. And then after the 7 weeks, when I knew that I was pregnant, when I started to get really like sick, or not sick, but I was really nauseous. I never throwed up during the first 3 months, but I was really like feeling bad, especially in the morning, and I was really tired. After we came home for walks, I could like almost not walk home, and when we came home I was like laying myself in the sofa, and I was like, oh, I can't do anything, I'm so tired. So I was really tired from the 7th week to the 12th week, and I was so tired, and I couldn't like do anything. I was like sick, like I was feeling nauseous just opening the fridge, and Tobias had to cook, and I was not like wanting anything. I was like, oh, I didn't have no cravings for anything. I was like really like feeling sick. I was like, oh, is this going to be this bad the whole time? And yeah, before I loved like tofu, and I was like love sweet potato, love avocado, love all those things I loved. I couldn't eat. I was like feeling so sick. So the things I could eat, like I was like craving oatmeal, and even I couldn't eat greens. Green smoothie was like, oh, nasty to me. I felt like for watermelon, like apples and like grapes, it came like weeks that I was craving for watermelons or melons, and then came for grapes and then apples. And yeah, apples have been like my staple like during the 3 months, because I was so sick, and apples, I could eat apples. It was really good. So I couldn't eat so many things, and I was like trying to eat things, and it was hard going on buses, it was hard going on the subway, because I was even feeling even more sick then, and I was really tired all the time. And Tobias said, oh, is this going to be like this forever? Like, this is not fun. It's not fun cooking, because you don't want to eat anything, and no spices. I couldn't eat garlic, onion, and I just wanted to have a plain food, like pasta, plain potatoes, plain things all the time. So it was hard. But after 12 weeks, it was like something changed. I was not sick, I really was not nauseous anymore. Yeah, but then I'm going to talk about the next trimester, because now in the middle of, or I'm in the second trimester, so it's going to be a new video about that. But the first 3 months was really bad for me. As I said, I didn't know that I was pregnant for the 7th week, so I didn't take any like pills or anything. But then in the end of the 3rd trimester, I started to take folate and some omega-3 and some other things. But I have read that if you are like vegan and vegetarian, you eat a lot of greens and vegetables, so you get a lot of folates that is really good for the baby. So I was not scared about that. And when I found out I was pregnant, I called like a midwife, a place you go to and check yourself. And yeah, I got a time from them, and yeah, they took blood tests and all the things, weighed me and everything. Yeah, so they did blood test, and everything was really good. I was in good health, and because I don't drink and smoke and anything, but my iron levels were really low. So yeah, they told me to take supplements about that, and then I started to take folate, iron, and omega-3 it's a vegan omega-3. I don't have the pills with me, but I can link it down below. Yeah, it's made from algae, and it's plant-based omega-3, and it's really good. So that's what I was taking. So I was not feeling so good the end of the first trimester, and it was really hard. I was so tired all the time, and I was nauseous, and yeah, I could hardly, I had a hard time eating things, and yeah, it was really bad because I was so tired, and it was like in the morning, in the daytime, and taking walks and everything is like so tiring to me. But I heard it's so much happening the first months, and many people get real tired, but in the first trimester. So yeah, and they say, I read that the second trimester for many people will be better, but yeah, you never know. So I was really grateful that Tobias helped me a lot, and he could cook food and do dishes because I was so tired all the time. So I was really happy about that, that he supported me and helped me. And yeah, so this is not how everybody is feeling, like I said in the beginning, and it's just my story and how I was feeling. And also, if you want to, please comment down below how your first trimester was, how you were feeling, and so we all can share like stories down below and help each other, and just share different stories, and that would be really awesome. And I would love to read your story, how your trimester was and your pregnancy was. So if you like this video, please do the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, It's time to do it now, because we're gonna do a lot of fantastic recipe videos, a lot of conscious family videos, and a lot of traveling and spiritual things, and you're gonna see all about the pregnancy and the time afterwards. It's gonna be so much fun, and it's gonna be so much inspiration and a lot of things. So don't miss out on that. You subscribe to a channel, and yeah, put your comments down below and put your thumbs up. Otherwise, have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you got a lot of inspiration from this video and that it helped you in some way. So, in that said, have a really beautiful and fruitful day. Bye from Love Conscious Family.